Lethal Company is a 2023 co-op indie horror video game. It takes place in a retrofuturistic post-apocalyptic dystopia where you take on the role of contracted employees working for a corporation, collecting scraps, while having to avoid traps, environmental hazards, and monsters. The following 7 Lethal Company beginner tips and tricks will help you comprehend the game and play it more effectively. In the game, your endurance is represented by the curved orange scale in the upper left corner of your screen. This scale decreases when you sprint or swim, and the speed of decrease depends on the weight you're carrying, which is shown in pounds below the stamina bar. Keep an eye on the pounds beneath the stamina bar. If this weight hits 0, recovery is considerably slower. It's advisable to steer clear of such situations, especially when you may need to make a hasty retreat. To ensure a swift recovery, avoid letting your stamina deplete entirely. If it does, the recovery process will be slower. In moments of peril, if you need to escape from an enemy, consider dropping any items you're carrying. You can always return for abandoned items later, ensuring you stay alive and avoid penalties from the corporation. This significantly improves your chances of a successful getaway. During the gameplay, you will encounter 2 main types of scrap. The smaller items are convenient for inventory storage, allowing players to multitask, whereas the larger two-handed items are more valuable but come with a mobility drawback, occupying both hands. Managing these two-handed items becomes crucial, suggesting storing them at facility entrances and retrieving them post-mission. However, all items must return to the ship for them to be considered sellable. With only 4 inventory slots and the likelihood of tools occupying some, you need to prioritize high-value smaller items during scavenging, rather than attempting to collect everything in sight. The thing to remember is that on the final day, a 100% selling price is granted, offering the best chance to meet the quota. In terms of meeting quotas, you should refrain from selling the entire haul if the profit exceeds the quota. Excess credits won't carry over, advocating for strategic item retention for future scavenging rounds. Certain scrap varieties, like the stop sign, have utility as weapons, particularly effective in close combat, with greater damage than a shovel. It's prudent to keep high-value items such as gold bars and power cores, providing a safety net for unforeseen challenges in subsequent runs. Make sure to use your scanner, which reveals hidden threats and provides crucial information. This handy device notifies you about nearby creatures and adds their info to the bestiary, which proves useful if you encounter them later in the game. Enemies appear in red on the scan, aiding your awareness inside the facility, temporarily replacing the flashlight. It's also handy for navigating, displaying the locations of your ship and facility entrances. Unlike flashlights and walkie-talkies, the scanner, which is integrated into worker suits, doesn't need charging or sparing use. Given that you have limited inventories, seek out valuable scrap items, even smaller ones, by scanning facilities thoroughly. Before leaving the home base, scan surroundings on the terminal by pressing E and typing "scan" in the command box. This reveals the number of items and total value on the map. Eyeless dogs pose a significant threat to you while exploring the moon's surface, which rely on their acute hearing to detect any sounds, including player communications through voice comms and walkie-talkies. To deal with this, you have 2 options available for purchase at the store: the loud horn and boom boxes. Both serve as distractions, allowing players to stealthily board the ship without attracting the attention of the eyeless dogs. The boom box, available for 60 credits at the terminal shop, offers a one-use solution for creating a diversion. It will help you escape the clutches of the eyeless dogs whenever necessary. On the other hand, the loud horn, priced at 150 credits, is an upgrade that proves invaluable in signaling one's location. This comes in handy when you find yourself on the ship while your teammates are navigating the wilderness. Your inventory consists of 4 slots, displayed as blue rectangles at the bottom of your screen. Small items like dust pans take up 1 slot, for instance. When dealing with large items like axles that require both hands to carry, you won't be able to pick up anything else or use items simultaneously. However, one strategic approach is to drop the large item temporarily, pocket smaller items, gather more scrap, and then pick up the large item again. Another smart move is to drop off your items outside the front exit whenever possible. This safeguards your items from theft by hoarding bugs and ensures they won't be lost. It also optimizes inventory space for you and your crewmates when returning to the ship. This simplifies the process of transporting loot back to the ship and prevents hoarding bugs from swiping your hard-earned items. In the game, a shovel comes in handy as the key to survival against most monsters, which is priced at 30, which clearly means that it can be easily acquired with the initial funds you receive. With its ability to inflict substantial damage, the shovel proves effective against weaker opponents. Striking them with it won't necessarily slay them, but it does buy some precious time to make a quick escape to the ship. However, the shovel's weight poses a main challenge. The team's designated monster bunker can't carry much loot without getting bogged down. For those in need of an alternative, stop signs serve the same purpose. So, it's wise to sell them only when the team requires extra credits to meet their quota. While stop signs can be used as a makeshift melee weapon, shovels are preferred due to their consistent availability. Ensuring you have the appropriate gear is crucial for a successful exploration. You should upgrade to the Pro flashlight early on for its significantly extended range. Make sure to always carry stun grenades, which can be a lifesaver, especially when facing enemies capable of quickly eliminating you. Don't overlook the importance of the shovel and TZP inhalant as essential items. When venturing into unknown territories, having the right equipment not only facilitates your progress, but also enhances your overall experience. Remember to boost the Pro flashlight for an increased range and pack stun grenades for situations where distancing yourself from formidable threats is essential. I hope this list of tips help you when just starting out. If you've got any tips you'd like to pass along, share it with us in the comments. While you're here, be sure to check out beginner guides for other video games. One of your favorite games might be there too. For everything else, keep it here. I'll see you all in the next video.